Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ IS English channel. My name is Shubham Sagar. Today we have to talk about a particular issue which involves UN, India and other stakeholders as well. Is UN targeting India? What is this Nigeria versus India conundrum? How Pakistan is involved in all of these things? We have to talk about a lot of issues. And why are we talking about all these things? Because April 10, 2025, Hindu, page number 16, this is the article which is there. Comparing MMR of India and Nigeria is unfair, says Indian Ministry, and we'll talk about it. Here there are so many keywords which we have to know about and talk about. MMR, maternal mortality ratio or maternal mortality rate. IMR, infant mortality rate, NMR, neonatal mortality rate. What is this whole issue all about? What is this whole comparison all about? How is Pakistan performing when we are comparing with ourselves? How are they doing when it comes to MMR, maternal mortality rate of theirs? What is happening in this particular article? Let's have a discussion about this particular UN report where they are saying something. And we are doing awesome when it comes to certain things. And first of all, before we talk about how we are doing and everything which you can see here, please let's try to understand the meaning of these words. Maternal mortality rate per 1 lakh live births. When kids are, taking births, per 1 lakh live births, how many mothers are dying during pregnancy or during 42 days of termination? Let's say they have terminated the pregnancy. During 42 days, how many women are dying? That is maternal mortality rate. Here, the benchmark is 1 lakh live births. Please pay attention here, because when you will read about, let's say, infant mortality rate, there we will be talking about how many kids are dying, how many children are dying per 1,000 live births and within 1 year. So that is infant mortality rate. Then there is something known as neonatal mortality rate. Per 1,000 live births, how many kids are dying within 28 days of their birth? So these are different terms. Reference frame varies. UPSC has already asked a question on PYQs they have asked on the basic meaning of MMR, NMR and IMR. So we should know about it. We are doing awesome. India has done, and we have reduced our maternal mortality rate. In this, there is one particular scheme of government which was, I think, introduced in 2005. You can check that out. Janani Suraksha Yojana, world's largest institutional delivery mechanism, and that played a crucial role in reducing our MMR and IMR. But we still have a long way to go, and we still have to talk a lot of other things involved in this article. So India's maternal mortality rate reduced from 103 to 80. That means earlier, if 103 women were dying during childbirths, 1 lakh live births, now it has reduced to 80. Awesome figure. And we are very proud of it. Represents an 86% decline in MMR. So again, global decline is 48%. We are declining by 86%. Nothing can be better than this, right? But then again, there are certain things which we have to talk about in core numbers. We are talking about in percentage terms, and we have taken some numbers. Then there are some other numbers. Maternal deaths in India decreased from 24,000 to 19,000 according to UN. Again, good number, but 19,000 still is a very sizable number according to UN and according to this particular report of UN. Despite progress, India still accounts for, let's say, if 100 women are dying due to childbirth, maternal mortality is happening, 100 maternal mortality, more than 7 women are dying from India. And that is what they are talking about. And now you will understand this Nigeria versus India conundrum. Nigeria is the top contributor. Out of 100 maternal mortality death worldwide, more than 28 are from Nigeria. India is there at, you can see 7.2%, and you can see how many people are dying from Nigeria. Pakistan is doing better than us. Again, you people, many of you who are watching this video, rather, you may not be a health expert or from different domain, or you may have read about this particular case. So give us an idea why Pakistan is faring better than us. And we are talking in percentage term, because Pakistan, we're talking about Pakistan here with due respect to Pakistan. So why is Pakistan doing better than us when it comes to maternal mortality rate? Or do you think we cannot believe on this report entirely? There are many issues involved here as well. Again, whatever is your view, you're free to post your comment. So our issue is this Nigeria versus India conundrum is, we are very unhappy that why are you comparing us with Nigeria? Nigeria is a small country. Their population is very less compared to ours. And there, the absolute number is so high. So please, please, please don't compare us with Nigeria. And that is what Indian Health Ministry is saying. That comparing India with Nigeria is very, very unfair. And this you can also agree with, because India, we have 145 crore population grow. Nigeria, 23 crore, a little more than 23 crore. And you see the number. You see that like almost 4 times women are dying. Maternal mortality is happening in Nigeria during live births. So this is a big number, and we should not be like UN should not be comparing ourselves with Nigeria. Again, what is your view on this Nigeria versus India conundrum? Do you think UN is not being fair when they are doing this comparison between us and Nigeria? Or do you think they're just doing their work, so they're publishing a report? It's up to us now how we can reduce our maternal mortality rate further. We have absolute numbers. We have a sizable population. That also means we need to do a lot more. So what is your view on that as well? So definition of MMR, we have discussed this. Please pay attention here. The reference frame is 1 lakh live births. Many people feel during 1 lakh live birth, how many women are dying? That is one thing, but also 48 days of termination. You have terminated the pregnancy within 48 days also of termination if you're dying. That will also be included in MMR. Most of the people skip this particular part. Within 42 days of termination, you have to keep it in mind. UPSC has already asked a PYQ on this, IMR and NMR and all these terms. Cool, sir. Let's move forward. Global concern, there are so many things which are happening. 700 women are dying every day in 2023, and like from preventable maternal causes, you can see here. SDG target, again, let's focus from exam perspective. How many goals and targets are there in SDG, Sustainable Development Goals? By which particular year we have to, achieve all these goals and target? Is it 2030, 2025? What is it? If you know it, again, post it in the comment section. You can see how dense this particular article is. How many important things are there from exam perspective? And before SDG, we had something known as MDG, Millennial Development Goals. So you can see here 3.1, less than 70 deaths we have to achieve by 2030, and we have reached around 80 now. So India is doing good, and we want to do much better, because even if we are doing 80 or 70, the population is so large that many deaths will still happen, and we have to reduce it much more than 70 only. We should aspire for even lesser than 70, because we are talking in the numbers term and our population is very big. Slowing progress and challenges, you can see here. Funding cuts are happening and all these things are leading to loss of healthcare workers, but this UN has to look into it. Other countries have to look into it. This is a big issue. Maternal mortality is a big issue, not only in India but worldwide. Although we are at the second number, we don't want to top this chart, and we will reduce our numbers, but India still has a long way to go. That we should agree on. Okay, now there are terms which we have discussed, important. What are the terms which are important from exam perspective? Oh my God, exam perspective. IMR, MMR and NMR. Then SDGs, goals and targets. That is what is written here. Age group and mothers, first 28 days per 1,000 live birth, per 1 lakh live birth, per 1,000 live births. We have talked about it. I have told you this. This chart will help you in segregating your information or condensing your information, so to say. Okay, sir. Based on what we have studied up until now, this is a question in front of you, like on the health indicators, IMR, MMR and NMR. What do you think is the correct answer of this particular question? If you know it, you can post it in the comment section. Then the things which we have just discussed. SDG, very important. They have been asked a lot. SDG 1, 2, 3, 4, health, education, poverty, hunger. So how many SDG goals and targets are there? By which particular year we aspire to achieve these goals and targets? Okay, sir. Then the question which we have talked about in the beginning, is UN targeting India? Or do you think, sir, this UN report is actually good for us, because this is telling us that we need to do a lot more when it comes to maternal mortality rate, keeping a tab on it. So all these things. So this is good. Or you think this is an intentional targeting by UN, and we are UN is intentionally targeting India? So again, whatever is your view, you can post it. Please post it. Your views actually matter, and they are very rich. The comments which you people do, the things which you write, they actually help us in understanding things in a much better manner. So why is Pakistan, now this is the biggest question of all. Why is Pakistan doing better than us? I was researching on it, and believe me, this is a question which we need to talk about. This is the biggest question of all, out of all the questions which we have discussed in this article. Why is Pakistan doing better than us? Is it because our largest, world's largest institutional delivery mechanism, that is Janni Suraksha Yojana, is it not performing at its optimal best? Or is there something else which is happening? What is Pakistan doing which we are not doing? Again, here the question earlier was Nigeria versus India, and now we have moved on to Pakistan versus India. Why is Pakistan doing better than us in the maternal mortality thing? We're talking about in the percentage term as well. What are they doing? If you know it, please feel free to post it in the comment section. And I will share this particular PDF along with the answer of the objective question which I just asked in this Telegram channel of mine, Fun Study with Shubh, because study should be fun. Okay. And yes, our April evening batch has just started. Classes happen from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Join it at the earliest. It includes Prelims and Mains Residential Program. If you are our monthly top performer, there will be 11,000 reward. If you clear UPSC Pre 2026 and make us proud, there will be full refund. And it also includes interview guidance program because this is P2I, Prelims to Interview. Very good. So that's it from me. There are so many questions related to this article, and I'm looking forward to your views on these, questions. If you know it, if you know it, flaunt it and tell others what you know about these questions which we have discussed. And the biggest of them all, why is Pakistan performing better than us when it comes to maternal mortality or keeping a tab on maternal mortality?